Hi, this is Charlie from Path of the Bee. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a screened bottom board for integrated pest management. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the cut list for the screened bottom board. And notice that there on the jig, we're going to save 4 pieces of 3/4 inch scrap. We'll produce those when we're cutting out the material for the screened bottom board. Okay, so here I have a piece of stock that I cut 21 1/4 inches long, and I have the saw set for 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to cut several strips out of this. Okay, then I'm going to adjust the saw to 3.5, and we'll make 1 strip. Okay, so what I ended up with is I have 6 strips that are 1.5 inches wide by 21 1/4 long. I only need 2 that length. So I'm gonna pick out the 2 best ones that I like. These 2 will work, and this one I'll have to cut to length also, and these will cut to length. So I'll set up the crosscut sled. We'll cut these 3 to 16 1/4, and this one we'll cut to 14 3/4 along with this. Okay, so I've got my pieces cut. These are the pieces I'll use for the jig. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here's the pieces of plyboard in the cut list for the jig. I'm going to position this on here, and we'll mock this up so we have a pretty good idea how it's all going to work out. The shorter of the 3/4 boards goes on one end, and the wide one goes on the other end. 2 of these will go in here like this. The 2 long strips will stand on edge out here, and then this one will stand on edge here. Okay, so now that I have this positioned here, flush with this edge, I'm going to screw the center piece down. Remember, this needs to be perfectly square. What I have here are 1 1/4 inch drywall screws, so they won't poke through the plywood. Okay, and then I'm going to get my stapler out, 1/4 inch crown staples, 1.5 inches long. And I'm going to grab my little blocks. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one back here. Okay, so I've got my little blocks tacked down. I can tip this up here and make certain I get a straight angled shot into my little board down there, and we're going to staple it in. Okay, now we can lift this out of here. Well, while we're at it, then on the back here, where it's narrow, we also want to staple this in this direction here. Okay, and then we'll remove this out of here so that we can finish stapling these pieces in here. Okay, so I've gone around the perimeter and stapled the straight in, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put my screen down and just center it up best I can. Hold it down tight, and I'm going to kind of work from the center out. 3/8 staples. Okay, then I'm just going to go around and tap those down with a hammer. Okay, so we have our jig, our screened bottom board. And the next thing that we're going to need to go with this system is our sticky board. Okay, so for the sticky board, I use this white plastic cardboard type material that they use for political signs. I bought this at Home Depot in a big sheet. I'm going to cut this material 21 inches long and then 14.5. If you have a saw stop, this is plastic, it can generate static electricity, so use your override key to prevent losing a cartridge. Okay, so I got a couple pieces here, 21 inches long, 14.5 inches wide. Okay, so to finish out our sticky board, we're going to saw a piece that's 3/4 inch material that's 9/16 wide. We'll cut these pieces the same length as an entrance reducer, 14 3/4, but just slightly short so we can get it in and out. Okay, so we could use our screen bottom board for the jig for our for our sticky board, and we'll just put that little piece in there, and we'll set our plastic on and kind of center it up. There's going to be some slack in there to make it easy to get in and out, and we'll staple it down. Okay, so how this stuff's going to work is the first thing we need to do is make a little handle of some sort on this sticky board, whether you staple a little piece of plastic onto it or put a little string on or nail like or screw or something like I just did. So that's going to work really good like that. We're going to incorporate our normal bottom board system into this. It uses our standard bottom board in conjunction with the screen that we just made. So if this was normally our entrance, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our bottom board around backwards. We're going to put our screen bottom board with the wider board, the landing board part in front, and that seals up the area that used to be the entrance. So the bees will just have to land 3/4 of an inch higher to get in where they used to be going. So then the reed box will go back on. We can use this original bottom board as a place for our sticky board to slide in and out of. Okay, and then that will be sealed up, so nothing can get in there except if you've got mic dropped. You can do some counts if you grid that out. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.